Hello everyone, welcome to the ITLS Academy. Today we are going to discuss another topic in the series of FSSAI water analysis. And the topic that we are going to discuss is a thermophilic bacterial count. Before starting this lecture, we have to know that what is this thermophilic bacteria are, because when we are going to determine the thermophilic bacteria in a water or in a sample, so we have to know that what is this thermophilic bacteria are. So this thermophilic bacteria are come under the category of thermophilic bacteria come under the category of come under the category of extremophile, which means that they have a capability to survive at a very high temperature. They have a capability to survive. They have a capability to survive at very high temperature. Now, the range of the temperature are in between 41 degrees Celsius to 122 degrees Celsius. Okay, now many thermophilic bacteria are what they are: archaea, they are archaea, they are bacteria, they are fungi. Okay, we all know that this thermophilic bacteria are also considered as a microorganisms, which means that it cannot be seen by our naked eye. That's why we have to perform an experiment for their growth and development. Okay, so this is basic of today's lecture. Now move to the next slide, in which we are going to discuss the introduction part. Now, introduction. The first topic of this presentation is your introduction. The colony count is reported as a thermophilic bacterial count per milliliter or per gram. Now, how we express this thermophilic bacteria in a sample, either in a per millimeter, bacterial count per millimeter, or bacterial count per gram. Now, this thermophiles microorganisms can be grow optimally within a range of temperature 50 to 65 degrees Celsius. Optimally, they grow between the 55 to 65 degrees Celsius, means that at that temperature, the growth of the bacteria are very high. But it can also grow between the 40 to 90 degrees Celsius or 40 to 122 degrees Celsius. Now, these thermophilic bacteria are what they are spore formers, means that they have a capability to form a spores, or you can see that the temperature range is also very high. Here the temperature range is in between 55 to 65 degrees Celsius, which means that it is very high. Now see what is written here. Colony count is reported as a thermophilic bacteria count per milliliter or per gram. TBC, ml, per ml or per gram. Now, these thermophiles are the microorganisms that grow optimally between 55 and 65 degrees Celsius. But it can also be grow between the 40 and 90 degrees Celsius or 40 to 122 degrees Celsius. Now, thermophilic bacteria are what they are: spore formers. Okay, they have a capability to form a spore. Now, move to the next slide. That is your principle. Now, here thermophilic bacteria, we all know that it can be grow at very high temperature. So for this purpose, we generally use a nutrient agar media for the growth of that, for the growth of the this thermophilic bacteria, and it can be accessed as a total count or a viable bacterial growth of a water sample. Now, the number of the microorganisms per millimeter, okay, per millimeter. We are going to calculate it in ml. Now, in ml, when we are calculated at, so it can be calculated that the number of the colonies which we get on a nutrient agar plate when a dilution are performed. What we are going to do, first of all, we perform a dilution, that I already told you. When we are doing a microbial analysis, first of all, we have to perform a dilution. Then after that, what we have to do, we select a particular dilution, and with the help of that dilution, we do a plating. So here the plating will be done with the nutrient agar plate. Now, pour plate methods are used for the determination of the specified culture, and also we have to use a specified culture media and specified sample. Now, after that, this plates are incubated at 55 degrees Celsius. 55 degrees Celsius, because we all know that the optimal growth can be achieved at between that range of the temperature for 48 hours, and that place should be kept aerobically, means that in the presence of oxygen, in the presence of oxygen. Now see what is written here. Thermophilic bacteria grow at a relatively high temperature. Nutrient agar is a general purpose growth medium commonly used to access total or viable bacterial growth of a water sample. The number of microorganisms per millimeter of a sample is calculated from the number of colonies which are obtained on a nutrient agar plate from selected dilution. Now, pour plate are prepared using a specified culture medium and specified quantity of the sample. Now, these plates are aerobically incubated at 55 degrees Celsius for 48 hours inside the incubator. Now, come to the next slide, that is your culture media. Here we are using two type of the culture media. One is your nutrient agar and another is your quarter strength Ringer solution. Now, before starting our this slide, that is your culture media, we have to know that what is the culture media. See, in a previous lecture, I already told you that the culture media is nothing. It is the food of the microorganisms. Okay, nutrient are required for the growth and development of the microorganisms. Now, this growth and development can be achieved by a media. That media is known as what? That media is known as a culture media. Okay, this culture media is what? It is a food of the microorganisms. Now, the first culture media that is used by a for the growth of that microorganisms is a nutrient agar media. So you already know that the composition of the nutrient agar media, but again I will tell you, we required a peptone, yeast extract, sodium chloride and agar. Agar will be required around 15 gram per liter. NaCl is required 5 gram per liter. Yeast extract is required 3 gram per liter and peptone is required 5 gram per liter. So after that, what we are going to do, we dissolve all these all these chemical into a sterile distilled water. Then after that, we maintain its pH. pH will be 7.4 plus minus 0.2. After maintaining its pH, we have to sterilize it. Sterilization will be take place at 121 degrees Celsius, 15 psi pressure for 20 minutes. Then after that, we do a pour plate method. Now, the next solution that we are use is a quarter strength Ringer solution. Now, again, the composition of this quarter strength Ringer solution is we required a sodium chloride, potassium chloride, then we required a calcium chloride, hexahydrate. Sodium chloride will be required 2.25 gram per liter. Potassium chloride is required 0.105 gram per liter. Calcium chloride heptahydrates will be required 0.12 gram per liter. And we required a sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, and the amount will be required around 0.05 gram per liter. Okay, then after that we have to sterile it at 121 degrees Celsius, 15 psi pressure for 15 minutes. Okay, and this nutrient agar will be sterile for 20 minutes, but this quarter strength brinjal solution will be sterile at for a 15 minutes. After that we have to store it at below 8 degrees Celsius for 7 days. So this is how we prepare our culture media. After preparation of the culture media, the next step is your procedure. So procedure, again what we have to do, we have to sterilize. First of all, we have to sterilize the laminar airflow with the help of 70% of ethanol. Then we switch on the UV light for 20 minutes. Okay. Then after that, what we have to do, we take a sample bottle, sample pouch, anything in which the sample are present. Then we disinfect, or you can also say that we sterilize that mouth of the bottle or a pouch with the help of that 70% of the ethanol. Then we mix the sample vigorous shaking, so that we achieve a uniform distribution. After that, with the help of the with the help of the micropipette, and it should be aseptically it should be transferred aseptically. Now what we have to do, we perform serial dilution. How we perform the serial dilution, the video are already uploaded in our account. Here I will give you a quick recap. We take a 6 test tube, and in each test tube we added a 9 ml of the distilled water. Then we take a 1 ml sample and put it into the first test tube, and then again from one test tube to the second test tube we transfer the 1 ml. Then second to third, third to fourth, and fourth to fifth, fifth to sixth. This is how we perform a serial dilution. After that, we take a sterile Petri plate in which we have to pour around 500 microliter of the sample. Then we added a nutrient agar media and leave that Petri plate for a solidification process. When it solidified, we kept it at incubator at 55 degrees Celsius for a 48 hours for the growth of the thermophilic bacteria. Now see what is written here. Disinfect the surface of the bottle, pouch, cup containing the sample with 70% of the ethanol. Thoroughly mix the sample by vigorous shaking to achieve a uniform distribution. Aseptically inoculate 1 ml of sample or other suitable dilution of the water sample by using a sterile pipette into a sterile Petri plate in a duplicate. Petri dish should be labeled with the sample number, date, and any other desired information. See, the labeling of the Petri plates will also very important. Okay, we have to mention the sample number, date, and what experiment we are going to perform. So it should be mentioned on that plate, or either we are doing a pour plate method, spreading or streak. It should also mention on the Petri plate. Now the next is your pour into each plate around 50 to 18 ml of the malted sterile nutrient agar. Avoid pouring of molten medium directly into the inoculum. Mix the media and inoculum by swirling gently clockwise and anti-clockwise so that we will obtain a homogeneous distribution of the inoculum in the media. Now we have to um, leave it for the solidification process, and when our solidification are completed, we put that petri plate inside the incubator, but petri plate should be kept inward. Okay, this should be very important, because if we are uh, not put the petri plate inward, that in an inward direction, it will be contaminated. Okay, it should be incubate at 55 degrees Celsius for 48 hours. After 48 hours, we get a result. Now, after a specified incubation period, what we have to do, we count all the colonies, including a pinpoint colonies, using a colony counter. Okay, so we have a automatic colony counter. With the help of that counter, we have to count a specified we have to count the all colonies. Even our pinpoint colonies will also be count. Spreading colonies shall be considered as a single colony, because maybe some colonies are spread like this, so that will consider as a single colony. If less than 1/4 of the dish is overgrown by spreading colonies, count the colonies on unaffected part of the dish and calculated number of colonies in an entire plate. If more than 1/4 is overgrown by spreading colonies, discard that plate. Okay, if more than 1/4 are overgrown, then what we have to do, we have to discard that plate. Now we have to consider the plate having 30 to 300. Report the result as an average colony in a particular dilution falling within the limit. So this is all about the thermophilic bacterial count. I hope you will understand. But if you have any query related to this experiment, related to this topic, you can freely to ask me in a comment box. Or for a further detail, you can follow the ITLS Academy on different platforms. That is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. And um, subscribe our channel on YouTube, and get our app from a Google Play. You can also ask your query to the helpline number that are already mentioned in your slide. That is 7080833450, and visit our website www.itlsacademy.com. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel.